DNT Optics The One, 7-35 by 56. Think of this as an entry-level optic. Someone that's on a budget and they want high-end features, that's where this really comes into play. We're going to go around the feature set of the One. When I think of this optic, it makes me think of individuals that are just getting started in the sport and they don't know where they want to go. Like, they don't even know if I'm going to stay in precision long-range shooting long-term. Is this something that I'm going to do a couple times a month, a couple times a year? Do I feel like I want to compete? Maybe on their first rifle as well. At the same time, they want to dabble in it just to see where they're going to fit, and an optic like this allows them to do it. The price point is $699.99. That means that this does qualify for the PRS production division. So it comes in at a good price point, has a lot of great features. First thing we're going to do is we're going to start off by setting the 0 and the 0 stop so you can see it's a little bit different on this 0 stop. Okay, so I've shot this at 100 yards and this is set at 0. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to zero out the turret. We got 3 screws here. Pretty traditional stuff. Let's see if this turns freely. Yeah, that turned freely. Just the 2. I want to get this on 0. Tighten that back down. Okay, so now we got our turret set at 0. Per the manual, we need to add 2 to 3 clicks of elevation, which I just did. Then we're going to unlock this 0 stop locking screw here. Then we'll take this 0 stop screw, we'll screw it in till it hits the bottom, which is there. Rotate it out a half revolution, which is about there. And then tighten this back. And that should, there we go. Now we're locked out on 0. That's how you set the 0 stop on the One. As I said before, the One is 7-35 by 56. Has a 34mm main tube. This one is in mils. It does come in a MOA version as well. Elevation travel. The literature says 30 mils of travel, and I've heard and read 36 mils. So I'm not sure exactly what the number is. We're going to call it 30 mils because in the literature that comes with it, that's what it says it is. Inside it has the One reticle, or a TOR, which is a tree type of reticle, and we'll get some footage up so you can see what's going on inside there. But it's tree type of reticle, and it's got your 2/10 increments. It's got your wind holds. It's actually really nicely laid out reticle. There's nothing confusing about it. Once you get on it and you're familiar with something like this, you get comfortable with it pretty quickly. The reticle is illuminated, and it has 6 positions of illumination with an off mode in between. And while I'm here, I'll just check to see if this thing is daylight usable. Give me a second here. Yeah, so it's not daylight visible. You want to utilize that illuminated reticle in lower light conditions. Parallax is down to 25 yards. We have a quick diopter adjustment in the back, and we have our throw lever here. So, you know, again, it's basic optic setup. It's got all the right things. Again, we're coming at a very competitive price point, but this is a full-featured optic that has all the goodies on it. Let's talk briefly about the glass inside the One. It has what they call the Japanese XED glass, so extra low dispersion. So it's a good quality glass for what it is, again, especially at the price point. Clarity is not an issue. Like, you know, I'm in sunny Arizona, so it's more the contrast. I'm able to see into the shadows really well, at least at this point in the day. This is set at a 12 magnification. Let's see about when we get in closer what happens. You can still see into the shadows well. It looks like clarity comes down just a bit at full magnification, which I'm probably would expect at something at this price point. Again, this isn't a slam, just saying what it is. But, you know, I'm typically running my mag anywhere between 10 and 16 anyway. So 658, 3.51. So I'll tell you, the turret feel is really good. Good solid clicks, nothing mushy. It doesn't take too much effort, and it doesn't just fly by a bunch of numbers. Yeah, all right. Not having trouble seeing anything, not seeing, you know, marks on the target where I want to shoot. Contrast areas, everything's fine. Color seems to be fine. Again, I'm in sunny Arizona, so it's easy for a lot of things to look good, but the contrast out here will get you, especially when we have targets that really start blending into the background once the paint starts chipping off of them. .322. .819.62. Wind's picking up. Impact. Impact. Now, outside of doing a tall target test where we actually get to test the tracking, I can't think of anything else that I would do with this. I always trust that the tracking is close and close enough for what I'm doing out here, not that it's specific or exact. I think it's something that should be done. I don't have a setup for it that it's easy for me to get that done. That's why I don't do it. And the way I look at it is this. If one doesn't track, does that mean that the other 50 that came off the line with it didn't? Could it be that one? If I'm going to do that tall target, I want to do that test with multiple optics, all from the same line, or from the same shelf, so we can see, hey, out of 5 of them, 3 of them did or 3 of them didn't. Now, if this is an optic that I'm going to keep for myself, you can go ahead and perform that test so you know if your particular model is tracking as it should. But outside of that, we've pretty much put it through the paces, and the DNT Optics The One has done pretty well.